What is up, guys? Welcome back. Cozy fall vibes here with this blanket behind me that may or may not be hiding a bunch of clothes that I have to put away in a heaping pile on my couch. But anyway, if you are returning after seeing my last video, thank you for forgiving me. But if you're new, this is my second video, so forgive me if it sucks. Today, at least, I'm wearing face makeup. Last time, my skin was looking busted. But today I chose to put on some face makeup and do a real, look. I'm also wearing a hat. Kind of looks dumb, right? I'm wearing, this really oversized, cozy shirt, just chilling. But I'm wearing this goofy hat. With different attire, it would look nice, but I'm literally just using it today to cover the fact that I desperately need a haircut. I'm going to actually buzz my hair probably right after I'm done filming this video. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about makeup products in general that are kind of tempting me right now, making me want to spend money I don't have. But before we get into that, I just wanted to tell you what I do have on my face. I have this Lancome foundation. It's super light. I have to bronze up every time I use it, otherwise I look like a corpse. So I use this face palette from NYX. This is the only bronzer that I own, I think, pretty sure. And it's just, just a cheap little palette, but the bronzer works. Do I look like a corpse? Or do I look natural? I think I look okay. For blush, I use, because I do have some blush, I had to make myself look a little alive. I use this cute little blush from Fenty Beauty in the shade Peach Face. This was from their little holiday. I almost said Halloween. Their little holiday set last year. It came with a little mini of the orange lip gloss that they came out with earlier this year as a full size. This was limited edition though. I don't think you can get this guy anymore, which kind of sucks because I love it. I love this little orange blush. I love fun colored blushes and things. Now, I did also top it just a little bit with this kind of more orangey blush in here in this face palette. Not a ton, just a little. And then I finished the face with the About Face Light Lock Highlight Fluid in the shade Shaken or Stirred. Just kind of softly went in on my cheeks with that and a tiny bit on my bridge of my nose. Is that showing at all? When I turn, I see it on my cheeks. I'm not really seeing it on my nose right now, at least not on camera. Let me see if I can see it in person. A tiny bit, tiny little bit. It's okay. Anyway, and then on my eyes, the best part, I just tried the Love Fest palette from Huda. This came out earlier this year, but it gives me fall vibes and I love it. It was a lot more orangey and warm before I added that purple shimmer. I was actually really surprised by how much it cooled down the look when I put the purple shimmer, because I had this all over the lid before I added the shimmer and it was so warm and toasty and autumn, which I loved, but I really wanted to play with the shimmer, so I put on the purple, cooled it down a ton. What can you do? And then finally, the product I have on my lips is Plucked from ColourPop. It's a, whoa, the camera's over here, buddy. It's a typical bullet lipstick from them, but it's like this nice deep, it matches my shirt. Look at that. It's like the same color as my shirt. It's like a purpley kind of shade. And I just gently tapped it on. It does look, I will say, it looks much more like red on the lips than it does, not on the lips. But I just kind of gently tapped it on. I think it looks cute, right? Goes with the look. So the first thing that I actually want to talk about, just briefly, is the new Soul Body highlighter, which is like a body shimmer from one of ColourPop's sort of sub brands called Soul Body, in case you don't know what that is. It came out yesterday. I'm filming this on Friday. It came out in the Hocus Pocus collection, and it's a beautiful, like, green shifty highlighter. When I first saw the picture in like the promo photos for the whole collection, I was like, is that a white highlighter? What the hell? It just looked white in the pictures. I was like, why are they doing just a icy white highlighter for a Hocus Pocus collection, for like a Halloween collection? I was like, dumb. So dumb. And then I saw more pictures come out, more promo photos and stuff, and they actually had it on people, you know, as you do, on models, and it was green. And I was like, wait, what? Like, they were like swatching it, and it was like reflecting green, and I was like, ugh. I've actually been kind of really, for whatever reason, I really want a green highlighter. It's been in the back of my mind for a while. I feel like it'll give me like ghostly vibes. I don't know. I just want to be spooky. Can you blame me though? I mean, ghosts are cool. Okay, so there's that. But the next product that I wanted to talk about is the Danessa Myricks, what's it called, Lightwork Volume 3 palette. I love multichromes. I briefly touched on that in my last video where I talked about the Natasha Denona palette because there is a multichrome in that palette. And I love multichromes. I love anything you can like swatch in your arm and move it around and it shifts like crazy. I love that. Anything where you can put it on your eyes and it changes color based on the light. So into it. Like I said in the last video, it could be a little like, I don't know what I'm gonna get. I don't know what the lighting's gonna be, you know, and it could be hard to decide how you want to go about a look when you're using a product like that. But if you keep it simple, I find you can make it work. Just kind of look at what colors are in the reflex and use those colors on your eyes. You know, use mattes basically of those colors on your eyes and you can kind of figure it out. Love multichromes. This new palette from Danessa Myricks, super expensive, $125, but it's beautiful. I've been looking at people doing videos, swatching it, putting it on. I was looking at pictures and videos on Danessa Myricks Instagram. So beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I just don't, I just don't have the money. I want it so bad though. So I don't know, maybe I'll plop it on one of my credit cards and increase the burden of having all that crushing debt. But trying to not do that, trying to not be that person. If you've ever wanted a gorgeous shifty shade on your eyes, there are definitely cheaper palettes that you can get that have multichromes in them. But this one is all multichromes, which is why it's so expensive. Multichromes are expensive to formulate, so a palette of all multichromes and special shades is going to be more expensive. I'm a little weirded out by some of the formulas in the palette, like those water activated ones. Honestly, I don't know how I would feel about those. And I don't know, I don't want to say like I'm worried that it's gonna make me regret buying the palette. I'm very much on the floor. I don't know if I said that before, but I'm chilling on the floor, being cozy. I don't necessarily know if it would make me regret buying the palette, having those two shades in there, because they're a bit bigger. There's 4 big pans in the middle. The 2 on either end are the water activated, and then the 2 in the middle are the chrome flakes, I think they're called. so I think the water ones are called Aquachrome or something like that, and then the other ones are called Chrome Flakes. And I'll talk about those in just a second. But the Aquachrome, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm a little worried that they would just kind of go to waste and I wouldn't want to use them. I've never used any water activated products. I haven't used any like cake liners or anything. Who the frick wants to go get water when they're putting on their makeup? That just seems a little much to me. But I don't know, they do look beautiful, you know, if you can get it to work. I've seen people struggle with them quite a lot, so I don't know how I feel about those. The other interesting formula in the palette that I see people struggle with a little bit are I just said it, Chrome Flakes. The Chrome Flakes, you have to like warm them up with your finger. You really gotta rub it in there, activate it with heat. I don't know. The friction, I'm not sure exactly what it is that activates them, but you kind of have to melt them a little bit with your finger and really work it in. That's fine and all, but sometimes I don't want to apply things with my finger. Sometimes I really do prefer to apply with a brush. All the multichromes that I currently own are pretty easy to apply with a brush and work pretty much just as well. I own the Natasha Denona multichromes from the new palette and the Trio Chrome palette. And then I have multichromes from Lethal Cosmetics. Oh, and I have some multichromes in some Oden's Eye palettes. They all apply very nicely with the brush, and I don't know how I feel about a product that you have to apply with your finger. Maybe once you warm it up, then you can take a brush and kind of go in. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, but so those four pans in the center of the palette kind of stress me out a little bit. I don't want to have like buyer's remorse and be like, ugh, can't really work with these shades, bro. But I mean, the palette in general is gorgeous, and once you get those shades to work, they are gorgeous. It just seems like a struggle. You know what I mean? Honestly, the next thing that I'm feeling tempted by is the Gourmande Girls. Oh, I said that weird. Gourmande Girls and Doodles by the Bunny collaboration. It's called the Spooked palette. It's like an awesome Halloween palette, gorgeous. It has like shifty shades, really bright, vibrant shades, like really beautiful palette. And I've got to tell myself like, no, you don't need that. I have stuff like that, you know? Like I could probably dupe that color story one way or another. Like I have my Super Shock shadows. I have all kinds of fun, vibrant, colorful eyeshadow palettes. I don't need to get that one in particular, but I want it. It's so... I've never tried... There's a lot of indie brands that I want to try. I've never tried Gourmande Girls. And I saw this one and I was like, is this going to be the palette that I try? Like, is this going to be the one that makes me try this brand? Maybe. But at the same time, do I need it? No. No, I do not. That's the struggle with all of these products that I am having. Do I need any of these things? Heck no. Heck no. I will say, I am trying a new product from an indie brand that I've never tried before. As soon as it comes in the mail, I bought it immediately. The morning that it came out, I bought it. The Nomad Cosmetics Hudson Valley palette, which is, I'm sure you've seen it. You know, if you're on makeup YouTube, I'm sure that you've seen it. because it is the most gorgeous autumn palette. It's so beautiful. I can't wait for it to come. When I get it, I'm gonna do a video on it, and then I'm also gonna do like a top palettes that I'm excited to use in the fall kind of video, or maybe top makeup products that I'm excited to use in the fall. I haven't decided yet. Might just be eyeshadows, but I'm really excited to get it. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's like a really vibrant red in it. There's some really beautiful orange shimmers, and it's a Hudson Valley themed palette. Like, I live in the Hudson Valley, and it's a little like, I don't know, it's like cool to see a palette come out that is like celebrating this region, because it is for sure a beautiful place. Like, it's got its flaws, but it's a beautiful place, especially in the autumn, when all the leaves turn. And, you know, if you don't know about this area, there's a lot of like rolling hills and I don't want to say like mountains, like there's not like icy peaks or anything like that, but there's some pretty mountainous regions in this area. Are there icy peaks? No, right? I mean, not in any time of year other than the winter, unless I'm missing something. But yeah, that one's coming in the mail, and I'm super excited to talk about that one, use that one. So that's not something that's tempting me. That's something that successfully tempted me, and I've spent money on it. I'm using Afterpay though, because it makes me feel a little less guilty. So yeah, that Spooked palette. Back to that. I'm thinking about it. We'll see. We'll see if I decide I can afford it. But the next product that I want to talk about is the Natasha Denona Bronze Palette. I don't find the Bronze Palette particularly exciting. It's not new. It's been out for a while, but it is quite nice. Like, I've seen it in person. Online, it looks more boring. It's very, I mean, even in person, like, a lot of the shades are kind of similar. You're gonna get pretty similar looks no matter what you do, but it is a beautiful palette, and there are a few shades in there that are a little bit more special. But I'm grabbing something right now. I did recently get this lovely palette. This is the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. So this is one of the bigger palettes that is $129 regularly, but it has been on sale on Sephora's app, website, maybe in person, I would assume, for kind of a while. I haven't looked recently, but I think it is still on sale for half off. I'm gonna assume that means they're gonna not be carrying it anymore. Seems like Sephora does that with products that they're not going to carry anymore. They put them on sale for half off. So this palette is right now going for less than what the bronze costs, because the price on the mid-size palettes went up. They're now $69 instead of, they used to be $65. So I got this for $64.50, cheaper than the bronze, bigger pans, and honestly, more variety. So I'm trying to tell myself, yes, the bronze palette is beautiful for fall, right? Beautiful bronze tones, you know, great for matching those crunchy autumn leaves, right? But this is kind of better. Look, you got the yellow and the red, if you want those pops of color. It's not showing as vibrant and beautiful on camera, but there's this orange with like a little bit of red. The red's not showing up so much on camera, but it's a beautiful orange shimmer, and it's just, there's a lot of great stuff in here for autumn, and I'm kind of telling myself, you just got this, you don't need the bronze. Maybe next year. Or maybe I'll just break down and buy it during the Sephora VIB sale. Who knows? I want to move on to something that's actually been on my mind for kind of a while now. This isn't like an immediate thing, like I'm like, oh, I want to get this for fall or because it's new. I have been thinking about buying from the brand Kaleidos, or Kaleidos, however you want to pronounce it, for quite some time now. I want those multi-chrome highlighters. I want those little quads they've been coming out with. They came out with one that was like grayscale, like black, white, silver, gray, whatever. And then there was one that was like browns. More interested in the grayscale one than the brown one. I have a lot of browns. But they also just came out with 2 more quads. One is like kind of a neutrally purple, but the purple shimmer in it is like a multi-chrome. And then the other one is more of like a more vibrant purple color story. And everybody raves about the quality. I want to try them. They're so nice. And yeah, I've been wanting those highlighters that they have for quite a while. I've actually been, I want to get the whole set, but it's so expensive. I think it's like $150. You get the whole set, you get the 2 multi-chrome highlighters, and then all the other ones that they have that are like colorful and beautiful. And I keep telling myself, like, why don't I just save up and just whatever, buy the set? But then I'm like, $150? Who wants to drop all that money all at once? Shut up. So that's kind of the struggle that I've been having with that brand. And then honestly, what are they? Are they 5 pans, 6 pans? I don't know. They have those like kind of long eyeshadow palettes. Those are really nice too. But again, I'm always telling myself, like, you don't need more eyeshadow, dude. I have plenty of eyeshadow. I really do. I'm like OD on the eyeshadows. So I'm telling myself that I don't need them. But I do really want those highlighters. I really, really do. Was there another product that they came out with that I was like really feeling? I mean, they came out with those liners. Those liners are really pretty. They came out with multi-chrome highlighters. I mean, liners. I already mentioned the highlighters. But they came out with multi-chrome eyeliners, and those are really cool too. Also, I'm kind of wondering if they're going to come out with another multi-chrome highlighter around the holiday season this year, because I'm pretty sure that's when they usually come out with them. And at this point, I'm like, I might as well just wait and see what the new one is. Maybe they'll come out with like, right now you can buy the duo of the 2 multi-chrome highlighters, and it's like a little bit discounted, you know, from like if you bought them separately. I'm wondering if they'll do the same thing with like 3 multi-chrome highlighters if they come out with another multi-chrome this year. Do I have the money? No, I do not, but I want it. Hopefully this is relatable content for you. But the last thing that I want to talk about, I think it's the last thing, right? Anything else tempting me? I mean, there's all sorts of like fall releases and holiday releases. None of it's really getting my goat, but I want to bring up something that came out back in the summer that I've been thinking about for months. Oden's Eye, an indie brand. Kaleidos is also an indie brand. Just feel like I should mention that. I don't know why. But Oden's Eye came out with a collection, the Solmane or Solmane. I'm not sure how you're supposed to pronounce it. It's the Solmane 2. It's like the sequel to the first one that they had. But this one but it includes an eyeshadow palette that I think is beautiful, so beautiful, and everybody's raving about it, but I keep telling myself, no, you have enough eyeshadow. You don't need it. Maybe one day. But I've been telling myself no, but they also came out with really beautiful highlighters that I'm really tempted to try. There's one that shifts green. Again, I don't know why, but I really have been wanting a green highlighter. I want the ghostly vibes. I don't know, maybe it won't even give me ghostly vibes. I don't know, but I think I'm waiting for my paycheck to come. I gotta see how I'm allocating my funds, and then I might, if I can afford it, buy the Soul Body highlighter just to see how green looks on me. But anyway, that's just a little side note since we're talking about green highlighter, but I have wanted to buy like 2, maybe even 3 of those highlighters that came out over the summer since they came out. Like, I've been thinking about it. I want it. I need it. I don't need it. But I want it. And so I just keep telling myself no. I'm trying to stick to it. Maybe if I get the ColourPop highlighter, which you can use on your face. It's made for your body and your face. I'll probably use it more on my face because I don't go around with deep V shirts showing my cleavage. I don't have cleavage, in case you couldn't tell. So I'm not going to be like showing off my body and, you know, putting glitter all over myself or shimmer. But I will use it on my face. Maybe I'll get that and then I'll be like, oh, okay, I'm satisfied with this, and now I don't feel like I need to get the other one. Does it defeat the purpose though if if buying one of the things that I put on this list makes me not want to buy the other thing that I put on the list? We're trying to not spend money here. We're trying to stop ourselves. We're trying to be good. Failing. Well, anyway, I guess that's the end of the video, right? I don't really think I have anything else to talk about. You know, I think that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully I look better this time. I mean, the oversized comfy shirt doesn't look the cutest, but I think the makeup is cool, right? I kind of did a good job, right? The eyeshadow's nice. The face makeup is nice. The lips. The double chin. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Tune in next time, because I am going to be doing a video about the Hudson Valley palette, and I'm also going to be doing a video about palettes that I am excited to be using in the fall. Not a top 10 or anything like that, just about things that I'm excited to be digging into. And maybe it will inspire you to shop your stash, you know? It's kind of the goal. But yeah, have a great day. I hope you don't spend money, because that's what I'm trying to do as well. Okay, bye. Let's just take one last look at the exquisite makeup. Honestly though, comment down below. Tell me what you think of the look. I'd be very interested to know. I don't know what people think. Do I look like a moron? Should I give up? Be nice though.